Hello, family. Welcome back. Thank you for joining again. Oh, I don't know whether I said this in the morning. Let's look at it now that there's a bit of change. A lot is happening. We're trying to brand and rebrand ourselves. So we now move from empowerment talks to empowerment network. I hope that we I don't know if somebody noticed that, but would prefer to call this platform now Empowerment Network because there's more to it. We'll be explaining as the days go by. So, guys, if you are here, you are a brand ambassador. Let me use this again. I don't know where it came from. However, we can still borrow it and use. If you are an affiliate or you're just planning to join us and you don't know where to start from and stuff, it's time to learn. It's time to learn. How do I make ONPASSIVE my full-time source of income? Very powerful and interesting topic. And I have known as but our own beautiful Anita here. It's a girls' night. Sister Gladys is on the way. Hi, sis.
Hello, Comfort. Hello, everyone. It's a really big, wide topic this evening, and it's going to be a really interesting one. It's one I'm really, really happy to be here and discuss with everyone.
Right.
So thank you for inviting me.
Sure, I'm happy. Always happy to be here. I think we all own this platform. Whoever comes apart from us is an invitee, but you are just one of us. I'm not inviting you. All right. See, Gladys is here. I think we just usher her in before we finally start. Hey, sis, welcome. Sister Gladys, can you hear us? All right, she's still putting on her gadget. Welcome, sis. You want to say hi?
Thank you. Hi, Sister Comfort. Hi, my sister. How are you doing? And our friend, always with us here, Anita, we appreciate you. And thank you, everyone who is on.
Oh, sure. It's an exciting evening. When you were coming in, I just said anybody who doesn't know yet where to start and what to do, it's time to share now. So, guys, please share as much as you can in the comment section because we just want to get everybody like thinking and getting something to do. So, sure, Anita, I would like you to launch out. For some reason, I always love you to launch because you come really powerfully. What is in mind? How do you make ONPASSIVE your full-time job?
Okay, well, look, because I am somebody who wants to do exactly that, I'm just going to kind of tell it as it is from my perspective as to what I'm personally going to be doing. It doesn't mean to say everyone else has to do this. They don't have to even attempt this. A lot of people want to just sit back and let the company do it for them, right? And I'm sure at some point tonight we're going to cover that as well. Obviously, everybody knows they can do that. But equally, actually, no, let's stay there just a moment. People will be able to earn a full-time source of income from that method as well. They will, because, but it will take time. It will take time because they're going to set everything up for the system to do everything automated for them. And, they've got the traffic and then they're going to have the income. So there's the four pillars, the tools, the automation, the traffic, and then the income. But of course, if you, until you've got traffic packages, obviously that's not going to be a set up system for you until that's there. So you've got the option of going out and actually doing some activity yourself. And there's so many different areas that you can do. So I won't say them all in this first bit because obviously it could take up the entire session on it. But let's just say it is possible to make a completely full-time income with part-time hours, and you can do that by engaging as much or as little as you want. So for me personally, I'm not someone who's great on, let's say, social media. Some people are. So some people love all the social media thing. I'm not saying I won't do a little bit of that, but I'm somebody who's used to going to business groups, and I used to be in telemarketing, and that was my own business that I had for years, employing staff and training telemarketers. And so, I'm very used to picking up the phone. Now, you can't just pick up the phone and start phoning willy-nilly and saying, "Hi, I'm so-and-so from OnPassive. I've got some products for you," you need to have the confidence to sound professional, but equally, this is why Ash doesn't want you to be doing those things in the name of ONPASSIVE, purely because A, you've got to come across right, B, there's laws and rules and regulations in different countries for that kind of thing, you know, cold calling. And, you know, you've got the corporate telephone preference service register, and you have to check every number against that, or you will be fined £5,000+ for making a call to somebody on that register. So you have to know what you're doing with this kind of stuff, all right? So that's just one area I'm going to be going down, because I have the confidence to go along to business meetings and discuss business products, really. But, you know, as I say, if somebody else might look at doing a lot of Facebooking, you know, they might be a Facebook group. Then you've got what I will always come back to is your basics of those people who don't like doing that. They haven't got they just haven't got it in them to do that. They don't like it. So you can come back to that bog standard leaflet through doors. You know, so there's so many little things people could be doing. They need to sit down and look at the areas they feel comfortable to do, or what they might like to have a go at doing, and see what they can actually sort of build their business from, the ways that they can help to build their business. And yes, I know people are going to say, but we were told we don't have to do anything. Please listen to what we're saying. You do not have to do any of these things, okay? Just listen to tonight and maybe gain a few little ideas from it, that you might have had some ideas yourself and think, wow, someone else is thinking like that as well. So it might be good just to take on different people's ideas, but like Ash said recently, don't try and copy anybody else. Be yourself. Just take some ideas and little bits and pieces from different people, and then make it your own, put your own stamp on this business, okay? So we're just going to be giving some ideas to see if that can help you, okay?
Okay, thank you so much for sharing, Anita, from your own perspective. And I think listening to you, I think that somebody needs to be careful here. You need to maybe get some bit of training to be sure your way about, because even how to verify the numbers and stuff, you don't just want to pop into something before you find yourself, oh, you got this bill to pay when you did not invite it, you know. So meanwhile, you talked about social media and stuff like that. You know, I'm just wondering, do you think people can succeed to like market anything on passive on social media, given the strict censoring that is going on out there?
Absolutely. Look, there's businesses out there right now that are completely running their business on social media. You know, they might have got a Facebook page, and they're promoting that. If you've got your own Facebook page and you're plugging away on your Facebook page, you know, putting your things on there daily, whatever, and then, you know, you can click for people to like that, but you can boost those. You can boost that. Yes, it costs you money. We're not saying that everything is going to be completely free, because nothing is free. Every business has some costs to it. There are some things on Facebook you can do for free, you know, but if you want to boost a post, you have to pay Facebook to do that, as you would pay Google to do, you know, Google ads. So, you know, pay-per-click ads and stuff. So you can create a Facebook page, press boost, and you can boost the whole page to get more visitors to it, to get more likes, to get more engagement, you know, and that sort of thing. And there are businesses out there that solely run their business that way. They don't even have a website. They do it all on Facebook. You've got other people that are mad about TikTok. I'm not. I don't really use TikTok. But there's some people, they just do all these little videos on TikTok, and they make a lot of money doing it. They drive people to what it is they're doing onto little TikTok videos. So yes, 100%, if you're somebody who loves social media, you can certainly run your business totally that way.
Thank you so much, Sister Gladys. I think it's your time now. You just want to introduce it from your own angle. We've listened to Anita and a bit of follow up and so on. So do you think, like Anita, are you thinking of doing something in that line, or you have something else in mind when it comes to how you can make ONPASSIVE your full-time source of income?
I think, thank you so much, Sister Comfort and Sister Anita. I think she has shared quite a bit. And just to give a disclaimer, what we are sharing here, I'm going to share what I think and what I plan. And I believe that's what the other sisters are doing. As we know, Ash has made it clear, it's not telling us to stop doing what we are doing and fully depend on ONPASSIVE at this time. No. And that's why I have to say I'm keeping my day job still. But I have a plan, and my dream is to make ONPASSIVE my full time. And I plan to do this while we launch. I'm going to continue keeping my day job. Whatever, we know ONPASSIVE commission will be product based. So it will depend on when something is sold, the company takes what is going to maintain running the company and inventing more tools, more applications, growing ONPASSIVE, and then sharing whatever is due to us, whatever is legal. But we know ONPASSIVE is a generous company. And myself, I plan whatever I'm going to earn from the beginning. I'm not going to run to start spending everything. I am going to put back to own the products. That's my primary goal. Traffic and the products. I do understand for some, the most basic thing they're gonna need is food. We also have family. We will step in. We will provide food where it's needed. We will take children to school where it's needed. But in order for me to grow in ONPASSIVE, I believe in investing into traffic and investing into owning the products. There are products that I know I will never use in ONPASSIVE. There are products I'm very passionate that I know I'm going to use. Whether I'm going to use it or not, all I want to do is to own it. Because if I own that product, I don't have to worry about advertising, about hosting it, about selling it, about closing the deals, about doing everything that ONPASSIVE is doing at the moment to help us and to grow the company. So I really plan because I know my target when I want to reach my goals. As we know, it depends on how soon you want to reach your goals or how long you want to take to reach your goals. So you have heard what I plan to do. But I strongly believe that ONPASSIVE, in as much as we know, we don't have to do anything in terms of selling the company or in terms of selling the products, in terms of letting the world know about our products. I love it so much that I don't want to be in by myself. And for that reason, I am driven to share with my loved ones, to share with my friends, to share with whoever I can come across. But I know I'm not the best in talking about products and things like those. So for those ones, I'm going to let the company to dive deep into that. But I'm going to share the movement of ONPASSIVE. I'm going to share the passion of ONPASSIVE. I'm going to share the vision of ONPASSIVE and the mission of ONPASSIVE, the value that ONPASSIVE brings. Because I believe if I focus on these things, there are people who are going to resonate with what I'm sharing. There are people who are going to resonate with the company, and in that way, they will come in and join the movement, because we know that the dream we have is to make this world a better place, is to eradicate poverty, is to make sure we improve in education, is to improve the standards of living, the quality of life, is to stop some silly wars that are going on, because we know poverty is one of the root cause of some of the wars that are going on among tribes, among countries, each trying to struggle to have more than the other one. So really, I believe that just dwelling on this movement and sharing the vision and mission and the value, it will be my full time. And I know that I will be owning products that are good products that will sell themselves. And in turn, when products sell, what happens? So money is not now, but money will be the end result of the movement, the end result of everything that is happening in ONPASSIVE. So the focus for me full-time really is the movement and what it is for. Thank you so much, Sister Comfort. Back to you.
Wow, that was beautiful, ladies, and that was really powerful, and appreciate that, guys. So we just want to tap out as much as we can and leave it on the table. Pick up what is helpful to you and run away with it. Because the truth here, like Anita said earlier on, she took this disclaimer that she is not saying that you have to do something if you don't want to do it or if you can't do it. But the question remains, what would you be doing with free hands? Because Mr. Mufare and his team, they have a marketing department just to do they advertise the product on our behalf, close the sales and all of those things. So what would you be doing? Just fold your arms and say, no, keep yourself busy. We always want more. It's never enough, because as we know that even though it's a business, the whole raison d'etre, again, to say, is that humanitarian part. There's somebody that even if you give them an affiliate account, they'll still not be able to run it, either because of where they are or how they are and stuff like that. So we always need that bit more, the extra that we need for our communities. Go ahead and do it. You can't sit like that. It's never enough. Even the Bible doesn't say that we should be. I'm not saying that somebody's being lazy, because me too. I don't think I'm the best. So let's grab every opportunity, because when you do extra, it means you are bringing in extra. But if you don't do anything, you still succeed. However, is when do you want to get to the top, like Sister Gladys is saying, so that you finally tell your boss good night. That's where we're coming from, I'm sure. Then apart from that, I have a few contributions to make, but I want us to dwell a bit on something. You two have talked about traffic and then plowing back into traffic and stuff like that. Somebody asked a question, which to my understanding, I think they want to understand what traffic is. So if Anita, if you both, maybe you go first, what is traffic? And so what does it mean plowing back and stuff like that? Let's dwell again on it for a few minutes.
Okay, look, let's just go back a moment to the question you asked me about, can people succeed on social media and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they can, but the whole point of why Ash built ONPASSIVE was because not everybody is very good at that, and they can't do it, and people fail. So the whole idea was that, yes, whilst some people succeed, they can't duplicate that into other people, and it becomes difficult. So, certainly those people in MLM, we're not MLM, but those people that are, they find it very difficult to duplicate themselves, and then they end up not really, doing that. So what they need is, it's the traffic they need. So why they're plugging away all day on Facebook is the traffic. So even though some people might think, well, what's traffic? They look at the very simple thing here. Every time somebody, you might do a little Facebook Live about your makeup products, let's say. Every time somebody comes to that, that's traffic. So if you look at that now on a different level, lots of different levels, okay, traffic comes from lots of things, whether it's a newspaper ads that businesses do, right? But if they've got their website, the thing about a website, it will sit there doing nothing if it doesn't have traffic. So some people think, oh, well, I'm just automatically there on page one. Well, they're very lucky because that's organically got there, and it's taken time to organically get there. But most of the time, most businesses actually pay for traffic because they need to go on to, let's say, Google, and they'll pay for campaigns, marketing campaigns on Google, and they'll decide what can they afford per click, what keywords can they afford. Some of those keywords could be £1 a click, so they might start off at 5 pence a click, 1 pence a click, 10 pence a click, whatever, and then they set their daily budget of how many clicks a day can they afford. So that's what traffic is, and it's quite expensive, and this is why a lot of people can't afford to do it. So this is why one of the big things, one of the pillars of ONPASSIVE is the traffic, because Ash isn't silly. He knows full well there's absolutely no point giving us a fantastic website without traffic. So that's what traffic is, and he is getting traffic to ONPASSIVE. He's been getting traffic to ONPASSIVE by all of the things like the light shows up the Burj Khalifa. you know, like the, you know, free products that was launched on beIN Sports in the World Cup. All of that is traffic. So it doesn't matter how it comes, whether you put a leaflet through the door and they go on it, you've created traffic. You put a newspaper ad, you create traffic. You've got pay-per-click advertising to go to your website, that's traffic. So Ash is going on better, and what he's doing is he's actually making it more I've forgotten the word I'm looking for now, but more significant traffic. It's not just any willy-nilly thing landing on there. If so, you know, it's going to make sure the traffic that arrives on there. So for example, if you were doing it on Google, you might have wanted to put an advert on for work from home, for example. So the traffic you want to come there, if you were trying to attract resellers, would be the kind of traffic for people that are looking to work from home. So that, targeted traffic, you know, and you know, that you don't really want somebody who's looking to buy fish food, you know, landing on your website to look at buying Tracker, do you? So he's very cleverly going to bring the right people to the right product on the right page, etc., etc. I hope that explains it well enough.
Sure, definitely. That was powerful. Thank you so much, Anita. I just like the fact that you said everybody who comes, you know, around whatever little thing you do is traffic. I just remember there a few images. I'm married to a royal family. So today the new crown king of my husband's family was being officially presented to the government of our local area. So I got a few videos from there and uploaded on my reels. Just within 30 minutes, it had 500 views. So that's potential, that's traffic in it. And
That's
that's
traffic.
yeah, because I post shorts there about ONPASSIVE and stuff. So they will come to see that and they stumble on my stuff. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, anyone that
So we
comes to
leverage that.
your business, however they
Yeah.
come to your business, be it a YouTube video, a post on Facebook, or like I said, leaflet through the door, or whatever it might be you're doing, that's traffic. And nobody's business can survive without traffic.
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing that we are going to be able to provide to everybody out there with their existing businesses as well is the traffic that they so need. So many people. So, you know, if people get a little bit stuck about, oh, you know, I'm not sure that I really can go out selling any of these things to businesses. The one thing every single business needs, without fail, is traffic.
Wow. Perfect. So, Sister Gladys, let's have another look, you know, because like Anita has explained a lot about traffic, being potential customers and stuff like that, how we can get them, leverage every possibility, right? And she mentioned that traffic can be expensive.
Mhm.
We are here in ONPASSIVE, it's a level ground.
I just
Everybody,
remembered the word as well, sorry, Comfort, relevant. So it's relevant traffic, targeted relevant traffic.
yeah,
That's it.
from
I had to just get
ONPASSIVE
that
though.
out. That's
Yeah,
right.
sure. Yeah, but when
Relevant.
you are talking about ONPASSIVE, they drive relevant, targeted traffic.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the word a minute ago, but I just wanted to quickly get that in. So
Yes,
Ashley's going to make sure it's relevant as well as targeted traffic.
sure,
Okay.
he does that. Yes, so but I'm still on that, right? Because you mentioned that traffic could be not very affordable, like expensive. And you both have been advising Sister Gladys that we should invest into traffic if we want to finally make it our full time and quit the and sack the boss and stuff like that. I like saying that. So, how do you think that people are going to afford it, given that all of us, all of the fingers on ONPASSIVE are not the same, even though Ash accepts us as the same, if I'm making sense?
Yes, you are. And thank you so much for that question. One thing that we know, as our CEO has said, it's not a must that you have to own every product. You can choose what product that you can own. And I believe, that's my belief, that most likely we will have different levels of traffic and different amounts to pay. So you can only bite what you can chew and swallow without choking. If there's a package of traffic that we are going to pay less, as a certain fee that more people can afford, I think people will pick what they are able to do. I may be able to put back, say, for example, I earn and this is my figure, it's not from ONPASSIVE, I earned $50 this month. I may decide to push in the $50 towards traffic. Or depending on where I am, I may decide to push in 25 towards the traffic. Somebody who needs food to put at the table may push 10, you know? So I'm sure that I hope that it's going to be different categories so that everybody can do what they are able to do. And some just don't want anything to do with the traffic. Some are gifted in being able to talk about the products, about the company. But I cannot repeat more what Sister Anita said. You can have products, but if you don't have people who are looking for what you have, you cannot sell it. How many people do we have out there who sell products? And this, I'm just giving an example of Mary Kay. They are given a website. They have the website, but nobody visits your website unless maybe a friend that you share with and say, hey, I'm selling some lotions, some perfumes. Can you check out this website? So, but especially what Ash has done in Dubai, we are talking of geofencing. He's already doing it. He has geofenced the Burj Khalifa and maybe its proximities. And that's why he's hammering there. Such that the people who come, geofencing is like creating a circle or a square or a box so that you reach the people who cross to come into the place that you have mapped, that you have, created that circle, whatever shape you chose to pick or whatever cities you chose to pick. That's why we are at the Burj Khalifa. Most likely when someone steps that geofenced area, they get a message push and asking them if they can opt in. Because I think people have to opt in order to receive information about ONPASSIVE. And when they leave, they are able to, because they opted in, ONPASSIVE can continue pushing information towards them with their permission and keep on updating them what we have. And that's why for some of us, it did not make sense where we were the Burj Khalifa, then eventually All Connect was dropped. It's because he wanted to create that curious, the first time you push that, you start showing up at Burj Khalifa, probably it's very few people interested. You go back again, somebody sees that name and it's like, I was here last weekend, I saw this name. What could this be? And they look. And then they now become passionate. Some people start coming there every Saturday just to see the show because they hope. We saw it 2 weeks ago. Consecutive Saturdays, probably there will be something there. Let's go there. Let's take the kids. You saw how people were taking pictures. Now they have become targeted traffic because now they are very, very interested. They are even recording on their devices. And then all of a sudden, because ONPASSIVE has them in their database, now pushes or connect to them, not only showing it at the Burj Khalifa, but now they have it on their phone. ONPASSIVE keeps updating them. It's easier now when ONPASSIVE has them, it can update them of the sales that they have, of the new products that are coming.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't revisit ONPASSIVE website again, because now they can, they can know when they visit that site, the site of ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE can remind them, hey, we haven't, you haven't checked this site. If you are missing out, we just wanted to let you know that this is what we have. And that's why now we are already 2 million and over from what Ash said. So that's why I'm very, very happy, and it's expensive. You can tell that specific place to put that show that we see on Saturdays, it's not pennies. It's a lot of money. I can guess. I don't know the figure, but for sure, it's not the $97 that we paid, and otherwise that is going to be given back to us, credited back to us. So we are our own traffic to start with.
Exactly.
We know about All Connect. We have heard about it. We have tried it. We have used it. We are excited. Some of us are going to own it. Targeted traffic. We should be proud that we are already 1 million and over strong. Targeted traffic to the products of ONPASSIVE because we have the interest. And all this strategy that is being used is just to make the company even better and more accessible and more interesting. So I give it back to you. I don't know if I answered your question, Sister
That was
Margaret.
brilliant, sis. That was quite really good. Enough, so much information there. So, Myra also made a powerful contribution here, just along the line where I was thinking. She says, ONPASSIVE is making products affordability possible. Traffic will not be an exception in her opinion. I like the fact that in her opinion, so that everybody knows that what we are sharing here is opinion based on what we hear the CEO say, and so we speculate that it's surely going this way or that way. We are not quoting the CEO, and we're not representing the business here, so we are just affiliates and sharing our passion. So yes, of course, Myra, I was thinking so as well. And it's all good because let's remember, when Apple start rolling in from product A, you don't take out all everything, like Sister Gladys said. Spend wisely, leave a bit of stuff of amount in there, such that the next traffic comes, or a package of traffic comes, or a next product comes, you plow back into traffic and get more traffic, and you just go. So what is always difficult for anything is the beginning. And we already broke that ice the moment we signed up and we were the first affiliates and stuff. That was the most difficult part, I would say, because raising $97 would have been a serious issue. But the moment you raised it and you came here, and now as we speak, you have already signed. You have signed to become an affiliate. It is a no-brainer. Mr. Mufare and his team, they will do it for us, because that's just the reason why they're sharing the opportunity anyway. They're sharing it for people like you and myself, and not the people who are already okay, right? So I think everything looks good, sounds good as it is, and that's just how it's going to be. So Anita, I'm going to leave it open, whether you're commenting on what has been said or you have something new to bring up. It's all yours, please.
Look, the good thing here is, I mean, Gladys and I singing from the same hymn sheet, but obviously we're coming at different perspectives here as well, because I'm very sales orientated, okay? And that's just me. It's what I've done all my life. And so, of course, I'm going to look at that side of it, as well as, of course, the humanitarian side and everything. And like everybody else, I too want to hang up my hat and say, I've worked long enough all my life. It's time to lay on the beach and you wake up in the morning and draw some income for doing nothing. We all want that in the end. Okay. So let's look at it from this point of view. Ash has said, okay, he said it very recently. There was a time everybody expected. I mean, once upon a time, everyone was thinking around about $900 for everything. Then it became more like $250 to $300. Then he's now said, if you think it's going to be that, think again. It's going to be a lot less, and it's going to be shocking. So that's going to be even less than that. Now, that's for everything. All right. So just take this as a scenario. And again, we don't know this for sure. You're getting your $97 back in credits. You've got 10 already. There's 107. Just supposing you could go now and have OTracker and OConnect, okay, and any paid for products that are there for that money and a traffic package with it, and you can press that button and off it started for you already for zero. Just imagine. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be something along those lines, because Ash has always said he will never leave anyone behind, no matter where they come from or their financial situation. Now, just supposing it's not that, and there is something to come out of your pocket on day one, there are ways of earning credits. Ash is a very clever man. What he's saying is, come on, get some passion behind you. Because if you're passionate, I mean, this isn't his words, it's mine, but if you're passionate, you can sell snow to an Eskimo, okay? If you're passionate. So if it's a case of just, sharing with a few people, or even just, he's told you can earn credits just by logging on. You can earn credits for attending a webinar. So you can just do things that actually you can sit and listen to a webinar with your feet up and your cup of coffee or your glass of wine or whatever else you want to do for the evening. But you can do that and earn credits to buy your products with. Okay, he is absolutely, he's thought of everything. He could not give you more. I mean, everyone's got a business handed to them on a plate. It's their choice what they do with it. Now think about this just for one moment. If you think about, let's say, Tracker, right? I know Tracker is analytics, like Google Analytics. Everyone that has a website, and nearly every business out there has a website with some description, even if it's only a page, you know. Most businesses have a website. They need to know what's happening. But you know what? 55% of websites would use Google Analytics, right? Why did the others not? Maybe because they don't understand it, or they think it's too expensive, or whatever. But out of those 55 that do, that equates to about 28 million websites, right? Now, if you think to yourself, if all those people, over half of website owners use it, can you imagine how easy it's going to be to turn around to a business and say, do you use Google Analytics? And they say, yeah, we do. Great. Let me just send you something. It's a link. Have a look. It's basically going to give you a free trial of an analytics system that's going to give you far more data for your money, far less money. Now, if they start, oh, what does it do? What, you know, what's all the features and people don't have to get too bogged down with that. They just say, look, I'm just going to send you the link. You know, that everything's on there. Have a look, have a play around with it, have your free trial. Need any other information, contact support. Okay, they can do it that way. They can go as deep as they want to. If they want to go around there and physically show a company how to use it, that's up to them. But they really don't need to. My point here is, how clever is Ash to say, right, there's a paid product that probably over half of every website you're looking at online is using Google Analytics, so they could use OTracker and save money. The same with OConnect. About 89%. Okay, 89% of Zoom users use it for work meetings. So are you really going to be bogged down too much with trying to sell OTracker and OConnect to householders? Not really. Get them in on OMail. Get them in on being able to earn some extra money. Leave all those other things like analytics and all the rest of it to businesses. And if you're not interested in selling to businesses, keep to the simple stuff. Really simple. Hey, OMail is absolutely brilliant. Have a look. Boom. I'll come back to you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Anita. I think I'm one of those that is going to keep to the most basic stuff, because I don't know where to start from if I need to sell to businesses and stuff. I'm just targeting the layman, my neighbor, my friend, my sister, my brother, you know, and stuff. That's all I'm after. And I think we'll still do well from there. Yeah.
Well, those people really, if they really should just leave it, full stop, to literally wait for that traffic package, press their buttons, put it the little package there, and see what the system does for them. But of course, they're going to be saying to their next door neighbour, oh my God, you wouldn't believe what this ONPASSIVE is doing. I'm earning some money and I'm not really doing anything. And they'll say, my God, what can you tell me about that? They're sharing it just because they're passionate and excited. They're not selling anything. They're just sharing the excitement and the passion. So they don't need to get involved with trying to sell anything. All we're talking about here is for those who want to. And the reason Ash is saying don't do it under the ONPASSIVE name, you need to do it under your own name. You can say you're a reseller for ONPASSIVE, you're a brand ambassador, whatever, but do it under your own name, because you can't bring that company into any kind of disrepute. You can't be doing anything that's not right. Okay, so that's the risk he can't have with 1.4 million deciding to do willy-nilly what they want to do. So you've got to know that you're doing the right thing if you're going to do all that. Otherwise, sit back, let the system do it for you, and just share what you're passionate about.
Thank you so much, Anita. I'll let our sister Gladys, whether you have something new to come up with or you want to comment on what Anita has said. After which, I'll have one follow-up question before we quickly round up, guys. I know the time is really out, but I would like us to do that. So over to you, sis.
Thank you so much, Sister Comfort. I will just add something small regarding how easy it is to share about ONPASSIVE products if we focus on the value and not the technicalities of it. Even old tracker, which sounds very, very complicated, old tracker is something even a coffee shop can use. Old tracker is something even a salon can use, because once you have it and know that you have the potential to earn, people can have this say, for example, virtual meeting platforms, but All Connect is unique. You can just speak in a layman's person. That's if you want to share. If you don't want, please don't even try if you're not interested. But if you are interested, this is a virtual application or a virtual meeting platform, which is absolutely clear. It's affordable. It can go as high as 4K, whatever level will be at by then, and you have the potential to earn it. And the beauty of it is, after you pay for the product, you don't have to worry about selling it. The company drives traffic to your sites, hosts it for you, sells it for you, and then eventually, depending on when something is sold, you get your commission. Just as simple as that. So we don't have to go too much into the technicalities of it. It's just sharing what it is for what it is. Simple, plain, and clear. Let those who have learned about IT go into the details of them, of the products. As we just speak, if it's an email, hey, I never knew that there's an email that I can video email somebody. I really hate typing emails. I get tired, especially if I have to type like 50, 20 emails a day. And I love that I can just sit and video email somebody. I love the fact that I can listen to my emails, just speaking in a regular form, relaxed, without any stress. That's again if you are interested. But the beauty of this is that Ash has put together a company that we don't have to stress about doing these things. It's a done for us system. It's a done for us program. That movement and business. It's not a program, movement, or a done for us system. The only thing is that we cannot just sit like that and say it's going to do everything. There are basic things that we need to do. Do we know how to access our OES? Do we know how to log in? Do we know how to change the password? Those are very, very simple things that might seem simple to some people, but actually are very technical to some people. So what we can do is to help one another learn those basics and just enjoy the process. Those who are able to share. Those who are able to just put into traffic. Those who are able to own the products, more products, do that. If you are able to own one, we know that each product is a standalone business of its own. So you don't have to, to worry so much how are you going to own 2, 3, 4 if you truly cannot. But also, we have to learn something, just saying, setting priorities. Because if you start earning, you are able to put food on the table. You are able to pay school fees for your children. You are able to go to your doctor's appointments and your checkups. Hey, are you going to get a Mercedes before you think of putting into traffic? Could you get a Nissan, something easy maintainable, a Toyota, and put more into traffic? So we also have a responsibility on our parts in terms of setting priorities. Ash can give us everything, but if we don't set priorities, again, we will burn it overnight. So this is not a guarantee of income in any way, but just saying, setting priorities. Thank you.
That's very true, sis. You're correct. It's not a guarantee of income. However, we are 100% guaranteed targeted traffic. That's something that doesn't come overnight. People would not have been failing. So I know. Let's bear with me, guys. Let's just do this. It's about making ONPASSIVE your full-time business. I know that we, especially myself, are just all over the place about our own net, our social media platform, the podcast, the blog template that's lying there and waiting for people who can write or people who want to talk using podcasts and stuff. Would that be another source of income to add? Is there any way you can use that to swell up your income as wanting to make it go full time on ONPASSIVE? Anita, you go first, please. We close on this point. Thank you.
Okay, so you're talking about ONET, and people make money
ONNET,
on that.
yes, ONNET,
Yeah.
and especially that we have the blog, we have the stuff, and the ONNET itself as social
Yeah.
as a social
Okay.
media.
Well, look, let's put it this way. Everybody that's in ONET is going to already be in ONPASSIVE, because they have to be in the ecosystem to use ONET. So they're already in the ecosystem. So really what's going to be able to happen is that there's going to be a lot of people coming in that have already got a business. And as we were saying earlier, there's some people really struggling with their existing business. So there's two main types of people, I suppose, I'm going to focus on. And one is for the little businesses that are struggling. Not really interested in going to big corporates. Let ONPASSIVE do that, you know. But little businesses that are struggling, they're going to be able to still use ONET as a platform like they've been using Facebook. So, you know, Ash is allowing people to talk about their own products, their own things. We're going to have a marketplace and all sorts of places for people to be able to come on their own shop and all sorts of things that have been geared up for people in other businesses to come and sell their products. That was the point. The point was to provide that to people. And then on top of that, he's providing people with a way to earn an income with ONPASSIVE. So whether that's your sole thing is just ONPASSIVE, that's how you're going to earn your income, or whether you've already got an existing business. So of course he's saying use ONET the same as you'd use a Facebook platform. You can do exactly the same thing on there. You can, you know, put your live videos on there. You can do exactly there what you can do on the others. So it is, of course, just a case of get into the ecosystem and look at all the different areas that you can now utilize to help build your existing business. Whether, you know, whatever it is you might sell, you might be a window cleaner, you might be in MLM selling toiletries, whatever it is. And you know what? Yes, of course it does everything for you, but if you're already with a team, you're already in some sort of business where you've got a team of people struggling, what's the first thing you should do? Is go to them and say, listen, guys, you're going to love me. I've just found a system that's going to really help us all. Let me send you a link for you to have a look. I'm going to help you make something of your makeup or your candle business or your whatever. I'm going to really help you because I've now got the tools to do that. Of course, you're sharing ONPASSIVE, you're building your ONPASSIVE business as well as you're going to help them increase sales to increase that side of your business. It's a win-win situation. Absolutely win-win situation.
Okay, thank you so much, Anita. So, Sister Gladys, do you have a quick last thing to add to that before we go out there, please?
I think Sister Anita said it all, but what I can say is that while we wait to know the details of ONPASSIVE's ONNET, how it's going to function in terms of the future of it, in terms of if they'll be monetizing, still already there are things that we can do in ONPASSIVE as Anita listed, but I can also say, for example, I've published a book. I'm working now on publishing journals. I am waiting to list my journals in and my book in ONNET when ONNET is fully up and going. So there are so many things that we can do. Those things that we do on YouTube, we can do them in ONNET. The things we do on Facebook, we can do them in ONNET. So I'm just excited about ONNET, and I know the podcasts, those who can do podcasts, you can do them there. So let's just party. The party's on. ONNET is on. Thank you. Bye.
Wow.
Before we go, can I just add one more thing
Yes.
about ONET? And I really want to get this across to people. I have a lot of people saying to me, oh yeah, but there's not many people on from different countries. It seems to be the same people on there. Right, let's just get one thing clear. ONET, the platform, is a platform that Ash gave us for free. He's not expecting his 1.4 million founders, or let's say a million, because some people have got more than one account. Let's say a million. He's expecting us to be an example and come along and use it so that there is already a million people in it. When we start getting newbies coming in, they're seeing a platform working. It's no good people saying, yeah, well, you know, it hasn't got as many people on it as Facebook. Well, of course it hasn't if you're not going on it. So look, let's really come on, guys. Let's start with our own use of those products first and foremost, not for us, just for ourselves, but for the company, for Ash, so that when your people do come into the system, they think, wow, this is great. You know, if they come in there and they start looking for you and can't find you, it's not a good advert, is it? So create your profile, start using it. So when we talk about how to make ONPASSIVE, you know, a full-time source of income, remember those free products are the carrot that gets those people in, that gets them staying, and it gets them buying the paid-for products. Use your head in using those free products to your advantage. They're going to be your bread and butter. They're going to be what brings people in as, you know, paying the products that are going to earn you a commission. Start using the free products, like the ones you can, that are like that anyway. You might not want to use O-Trim. It's up to you. But certainly ONET and OMail, they're there for us to use and to set examples to everyone else, aren't they?
Wow.
Sister Comfort, let me just put one thing to rest here, because I saw it on one of our channels in the morning and somebody has posted it. This one, it's me Gladys speaking, and I am speaking because I heard this from Mr. Ash Mufare on one of the corporate meetings. Someone has posted here, remember to pay your taxes. I'm not a tax advisor. I can barely manage my own, but I pay my taxes. But Mr. Ash Mufare, I remember he mentioned on one of the corporate meetings, he told us that as good citizens, we have to pay our taxes so that we can build our nations. So, and me, I challenge everyone. The person in the morning was asking, please plan and talk about taxes. Those are two different people. So it seems many people are concerned about taxes. What I can say is, when that time comes, it's good for you to go talk to somebody, depending on the country where you are coming from, find out who manages the taxes and talk to them and pay your taxes, because we know if you don't pay taxes, especially in the United States, Angosam will be on your neck. So the best way to build our nations is to pay the taxes on the income that we make, whatever is legal, what's required. So that one, I hope we are put it to rest. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Sister Gladys. I saw that contribution too here, the one who said, remember your taxes. I'm happy you picked on that. So, guys, it's open. We are always, I don't know if we've never done this. It's just a mistake. If you think that there's something that is laid in your heart that you want to share with people on how well, let's remember, ONPASSIVE is a highly ethical company and we can't let it down. Just come up, tell us, talk to Anita, talk to Gladys, talk to myself, whoever or any of us who come here every day that you can contact, talk to them that you think we should discuss this. If you have the expert knowledge on that, or you know somebody who can help with that, we appreciate. If somebody can come here and educate us from as many countries as they can come, say this is how it goes, you can go about with taxes in your country so you don't get in trouble, so that we just want to live by example, be the change that we want to see. So that was good. Let's go on that. I know we can do it. So guys, if you find this information useful, let's kindly share it as wide as it can go. We are just trying to help. Many people are confused, but if you listen to this, you will definitely pick just one thing. You hear what people are thinking about. That gives you an idea. That's how I learned to. So let's share this and just be generous and make sure that people get to know about it. And if you have subscribed, you're sharing, we really appreciate people who come back every day, because if it's just three ladies here, it can really be boring. So we come here and crack a full hour because we do it as a whole family. So keep coming, guys. Bring more people if you think that what we are saying, discussing here is important, is helpful. And why not subscribe? Click on the bell. We run on about 7 channels. We also go live on Facebook, on my Facebook page, such that some people find it difficult watching on YouTube. You can watch us live on Facebook 2 times a day, almost every day of the week, especially Monday to Friday is kind of guaranteed. The Saturday and Sunday, sometimes we might not be able to do stuff, but we're working hard to see what we can do about that. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for being there for us. Keep coming. And of course, ladies, it was a wonderful evening, well spent. Thank you so much. Much love. See you soon.